So for anyone who's like getting into like crypto and stocks and like finding like a quick way to like get rich without doing like much hard work, and they've got like a bit of like cash to like put in or whatever. So about a year ago, I had the ability and choice to sell at the top of my investment. I went all in. I put a lot of money into one investment and it ended up going into the six figures. That money I could have easily reinvested into real estate and just live off that for the rest of my life and really do no hard work to actually get that money, do much to actually earn it. And you're probably thinking, dude, that's six figures that you could have had in your bank account. Like, are you stupid? Like, anyone would have loved to have that money. The problem is though, when I was at that point, I had fucking terrible mental health. I had no ambitions. I had no clear direction of what I wanted to do. All I wanted to do back then was just try and get that money so I can live off that and not have to fucking work. So I could just sit there and play video games all day and like do nothing, right? Over the past like year and a bit since that day, when I watched that money go to the top and didn't sell, I'm forever grateful that I didn't do it. And the reason why is because I wouldn't have learned all the things that I learned since then. Like, I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations since then. I've been trying to figure out other ways to actually like get that, big money or whatever, right? But the thing is, I've learned that's what's more valuable is actually working on myself. And I honestly would have turned out a lot differently. And I think that I'm so glad that I didn't go down that path. The thing is, if I were to sell that night, I would have been just spending my money on absolute garbage. Like, I wouldn't be looking after myself. And I wouldn't have had the ambitions that I have today, because right now I have some of the biggest goals that I can think of, like crazy goals that I've come up with since then, and all these like ideas that I want to do and like really fulfilling things. Like, I've gone into like a lot of thought about like fulfillment and like what actually fulfills me in life. And of course, one of those things is YouTube for me. And I was thinking about this last night, like YouTube is what I need to accomplish. Like, it's something that I've been working on for literally over a decade. I have literally been doing YouTube for over a decade now, and it's been one of the biggest parts of my life, and I need to conquer it. I need to accomplish it. I think that even now, if I were to reach that point again when I could sell again, I think I would be in a much more better position and have a much better outcome if I were to do it now rather than back a year ago. Because shit, I have changed so much. I have changed a lot since a year ago. And I feel like every like few months I'm making massive changes drastically in like my mindset and like my ambitions, and like trying to like, discipline myself more and work on myself a lot more. And I think that going through the hard struggles of working hard on making your own business or achieving goals without taking shortcuts is so much more fulfilling than taking the easy way out and just putting your money into like stocks or crypto or whatever the fuck, and just taking like that easy way out of like trying to make money. Another thing that came out of it is like, I've now come up with like all these business ideas. Like, I'm going to be making an online business this year. Well, I'm going to be making multiple online businesses this year. I'm going to be leaving my job finally, because like, and I could have done this without crypto and stocks or whatever the fuck. I was just trying to take that easy way out, but like, I ended up actually like, properly having a good think about it over the course of a year. And I'm like, oh, I actually can quit my job this year now, which has been the biggest goal of mine for the past like 2 years. That was the whole reason why I got into crypto and stocks, was to quit my job, never do the 9 to 5 again, and pursue entrepreneurship. Because I don't want to work for anyone else ever again. And that's what I'm going to stick to. And that's what I've been saying to everyone. A lot of people don't believe me. A lot of people still probably don't believe me. But the reality is that I'm going to be achieving that. But I'm going to be achieving that in the next couple of weeks. Which is, that's so insane to say out loud. That I finally, after 2 years of of going through all this stuff, learning, developing. Like, I've developed so much right now, and it's like excited me. Over the past like year or two, I've developed so much, and like I'm just so excited to see like where I'm gonna be in the next like year or two, because I think I'm gonna see some insane growth in the next like couple years that are probably gonna blow even my expectations, which I have high expectations for myself and high goals that I want to accomplish. And whether or not people think that they're realistic or not, if I believe they are, then it's realistic. If I believe I can do it, then I could probably do it if I really want to, and I know I can. But a lot of it's just being consistent and putting in that hard work, and mostly just working on like your mental health and like actually working on yourself, because if you got shit mental health, then there's no fucking way you are going to be able to achieve those goals that you want, because you're going to be so sad and like your head's going to be in different other places where it's not meant to be or where you want it to be. So it's good to work on yourself and develop yourself more, so then you can achieve those bigger goals a lot easier without any stress, with ease, and you come up with like you come up with like new ways as you like progress and develop. Like you come up with like a lot more newer ways to actually achieve those goals. Like a year or two ago, I didn't think I was going to be leaving my job the way I am now. Like it's completely different. As well as me wanting to get into real estate and build property and earn like a wage off that. I didn't think I was going to be doing it in the way that I'm planning on doing it right now, which I'm actually taking those steps to finally get there, which is like, it's so good. But if I didn't go through all that, if I took that easy way out, I honestly think I would have wasted a lot of that money anyways, on these plans that I have. And I'm so grateful that I didn't go down that road. And that's not to say like that money isn't like gone, like it's still there, it's just sitting there. I don't care, I'm not worried. Like, I don't care if I have to wait like another year or two. It literally doesn't matter to me anymore. Like it probably like hurt me in the first week, but at the same time, I've never been worried about it. Like I'm very patient with it. I don't attach my emotions to that sort of shit. But I just think it's really important to not take that easy way out, and to go through that development, and to find like a almost like purpose, and really think about like what's fulfilling to you. I think that it's important to really think about what actually fulfills you, and then take those risks early on in your life. Like if you're like between the ages of like 18 to 30, like it's a great time to actually take those risks now. Because once you've actually got a family and you've got a wife, kids, whatever the hell it is that you want, it's a lot harder to take those risks. It's a lot harder to just say, I want to quit my job and pursue this, because you've got a family to look after, you got this and that. That's why I think that like our generation is so lucky, because we have the internet, we have entrepreneurship, like we have all these people that are like telling you and teaching you how to like do all these things to basically make it, right? And I think that it's really important to get out of that comfort zone and start like taking those risks early on, and do like whatever fulfills you the most. Because I'm just so sick of seeing people like wanting to do all these things. They've got these big ideas, but then they don't go through with it because they think, oh, I'm too stupid for that. Oh, I'm too dumb for that. Like, oh, someone's probably done it better, so I can't do it. Like, you're just talking yourself down, and it's just, like, I wish I could just be like, dude, just like fucking pursue it. Like, do what you fucking want. If you don't want to work your job and you want to do this, then fucking do it. Like, what's stopping you? But it's the problem is no one's willing to take those risks. I think for me, one of the biggest, like the first big risk that I took in my life was obviously putting that all my money into, basically all my money into stocks and crypto. And I'm so glad I did that because I've learned a lot of valuable lessons off that. Especially when it comes to taking risks, I've learned so many valuable lessons about like risk taking and why it's important to like take those risks now, because there's really not much stopping you right now. But yeah. But yeah, I hope this video helped. I hope there's some meaningful wisdom in there for you. But yeah, I hope there's some like, yeah, meaningful lessons in there for you that you can maybe relate to or like understand. But I just thought I should talk about this because I think I've never been happier, and I'm just so humbled and grateful that I didn't go down the route that I did, and that I went down this self-improvement journey, and really not taking that shortcut of just getting that large sum of money because I thought that would make my life better. But really, it's not that. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Stay sexy. Mwah.